but I'm stupid. I'm gay, but I'm straight. I crop dust in Whole Foods. Baby, what it all comes down
to. Such a bop.
So fun.
Three of my favorite people in the entire universe. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. Doing good. Living
La vida loca.
Where the hell you been, Loca?
First strike. Wallace, do you want to share with class?
I said I'm just chilling.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that. Might be. How's chat? And also, what will you... Oh, what am I dismissing here? What will you ladies be working on today?
I'm going to be writing my secret project today. Also, how are you doing? How are you doing today?
Yeah. Oh, I am mentally well, suspiciously mentally well.
Do you want to explain to chat what that means, or are we just going to leave it at that?
Oh, it's just like, you know, when you feel mentally well, so you're suspicious because something's got to be wrong, and then you're unwell because you're mentally well. But then if you're mentally unwell, you're mentally unwell because you're mentally unwell. So, as Devasia put it, it's a lose-lose game.
Yeah. You are Sisyphus, and your wellness is your rock.
You know what's making you mentally unwell?
You better bet I'm leaving that shit at the bottom of the hill. So.
What's making you mentally unwell, Grape?
That 50% of you thought I was late.
And it was not only...
No one was late. No one was late.
I was on time. On the second we went live. So is this like a first for us?
Excuse me, I came in a full 60 seconds early. Not the second.
Less than 60 seconds.
Was like
because Steve was like, he was like, Wallace has 40 seconds to be here on time.
And then another
I
10 seconds went by.
Mm-hmm. So it was...
But you were here on time, which is great. I'm loving this energy for us. Is this who we are now?
Maybe.
Are we on time people?
No.
Did I get out of bed? Let's see, it's 32. I got out of bed 6 minutes ago, but I was here on time.
Looking fabulous.
And your bangs just look like that rolling out of bed?
No, I had to run a brown brush through them, and then they were like. So yeah, the 5 of those minutes were me fiddling with the bangs. So
fair enough.
Well, yeah, the bangs in real time. It's the 6th troublemaker at this point.
Yes. Although you killed our 5th troublemaker, so.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. that pussy, or R.I.P. that tomato, I suppose.
The Tomusi.
Tomusi.
I'll leave.
Terrible.
Hey, this is my stream.
Put me out of here. Get me out.
What will you be working today on? What will you work? Well, yeah, you got the gist.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I'm also going to be working on my
motherfucker.
secret project.
Ooh, how's that going? How's the secret project today?
I'm inching closer to the problem chapter. So I've got 2 more chapters to read before I can really get to like the source of the problem, the root of the problem.
Maybe you should just go back and reread it again. Since
Don't say
since you started your reading.
Kid is just out here starting shit now.
My mood today.
Holissimo? Bangs?
what am I working on is the question?
Yes.
So first of all, I'm nervous my mic is not connected.
It is very much connected.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, and now it's muted. Oh, no, it's back. Okay.
Good. I was testing that. So my first part of the first sprint, I will be working on picking up my room. That's usually what I do in the morning, but because I stayed in bed until the very last couple of minutes, I didn't do that. And then I'm going to be beta reading because I have a book that I am trying to get all my beta reading comments, etc. done for. So I'll be working on that for whatever amount of time we actually end up sprinting today. Also, I was going to have to leave early because I had volunteering, but my volunteering partner just texted me that they are ill this morning. So my day just really freed up. So
But are they okay?
I love that for us.
Yes. Well, I don't love it because the person is very ill, but they are okay.
Oh.
But now I can theoretically get my beta reading
Well, now I'm not going to say anything because the person I'm beta reading for is in the chat. So I'm not saying anything about it. Never mind. Ignore me.
And I will be drafting, and chat will you be working on, and I'll go through some comments. Hello, Danny. It was me in the library with the candelabra and a sharp knife.
Mm-hmm.
He was so young, but so ripe. Hi.
Marta.
I mean, how else would you get 10 tomato rings? Yes, that is your son.
I still
No
haven't
more.
seen the movie.
Me neither. I just like the title.
Oh, it's good. I would recommend.
I haven't seen that one or Eternals yet.
Oh,
they're on Disney Plus.
Eternals was a time. I'm not sure I recommend.
Guess who's watching one of those Alpha Bro podcasts to laugh my ass off because I've been hit with a cold. What's an Alpha Bro podcast?
I have no idea.
Indescribable.
It's like
It's like
It's
you
a
give a
crap.
straight cis man a podcast and he talks about like why women should stay in the kitchen.
yeah.
Farts and cars and stuff.
It had
Okay.
a like cure a foot jam, you know?
You know, misogyny.
If a frat boy and a business major had a podcast is what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Thanks, I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, crop dust in Whole Foods, baby.
Bye-bye.
I never saw that intro. I love it. Thank you to the social manager, Catherine.
Thank you to Grape Fry for the beautiful idea.
Yeah, she might not have her own shit together, but she sure does have our shit together, which I appreciate. Hi, besties. Good morning, Lexi.
I like that.
The bangs. The bangs are fab in real time. No one has any faith in you. I noticed that anytime it's like a negative character trait, it's either me or Devasia that's getting in the votes. They're like, ooh, who's most likely to contribute to charity? It's Katie and Wallace. And then it's who's most likely to hit elderly people with a car? And it's me and Greg.
Excuse me. Anything about elderly violence, I think everybody's going to vote for me. Thank you. That's like an established fact.
I would also like to note that you are everyone's favorite troublemaker, which is a quality trait.
Yeah.
Everyone loves you the most.
True.
And also,
but-
Devasia gets voted as the person to most win in a battle royale, which ultimately is the coolest superlative. So,
Truly.
I still gonna have to fact check that statement at some point, Devasia.
you
just so
can
know it.
attempt to fact check your entire life, but it's just accurate. Steeg is out here like, I'm going to plan a battle royale just for somebody. He's like, when we're all eventually on a writing retreat together, he's going to pull out
Gonna
weapons.
be
and
Hunger
like,
Games,
"Get ready,
bitches."
bitches."
There's just cameras everywhere. It just live streams the whole thing.
Will I have to fear for my
Settling
life
it once
in
and
July?
for all.
What do you say, Grape?
Will I have to fear for my life in July?
I mean, no, because not all of us will be together, so
Yeah.
I'm not wasting
That's when the true
the
battle
content.
royale will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be the great schism because everyone will be dead, except me. Kitty, is this a new secret project or is it the old secret project?
No, it's the current thing. It's the current secret.
It's the vaguely veiled project at this point.
Yeah.
And hello, and I presume. Good morning, friendos. Good morning, Kathleen. Caitlin. I have a migraine and I'm working the mid shift at work. I'm so sorry, Danny. That's absolutely sucks. So I'm only able to vibe here for like half an hour until I got a dip. And then we shall wait on half an hour with a sprint so you can vibe the most amount of time. Am I malfunctioning today? I don't think so. I'm having a good day. Coffee at cake? I don't know. I don't know about this one, Violet. Hello, would you look at those beautiful bangs? Yes. If Katie is living La Vida Loca, then Wallace is she bangs.
Truly.
Casey most craves.
Wait,
happy
actually,
sad at the
no.
same time.
I forgot.
Forgot that this happened off stream. I have to, Steeg, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you about the hilarious, or I have to tell everybody about the hilarious thing that you did. So, because literally,
No.
Steeg-
This needs to be run by the administration before we can play.
I want to know. Was I
No, you won't know because literally he did it to me, and then Katie came on or Grape came on. I was like, hey, Grape, guess what Steeg said? And then Katie came on later. I was like, hey, Grape, guess what Steeg said? I literally made him sit there
What?
twice. Okay, so Steeg has been my ultimate hype man for my bangs. Like, I've been really appreciative of everything. Like, I can tell he genuinely really likes them. And with bangs, it's like, you never know, because I feel like sometimes people who love you aren't going to be completely honest with you because they recognize that it's not exactly something you can easily change about yourself. So they're just going to be like, they don't want to instill you with self-doubt, right? Well, anyway, Steeg has been my ultimate hype man. But
Where's this going?
we were talking and it was last Friday. So it was right after I gotten them. I was still a little like uncertain, unsure about them. And so he was like really hyping them up. And I was like, really? I don't know. And he's like, no, Walls, trust me. These are the feature that your face desperately needed. No, he said it's the je ne sais quoi that your face desperately needed. And he said it so sincerely, like it was the world's biggest compliment. And then he like backtracked. He was like, wait, no, I didn't phrase it right. But I was dying. But that's how I know he's being for real. Because I think, I
do love your bangs.
Really needed this.
I forgot about that.
But literally, as soon as Devesha came on, I was like, great, guess what Steve said?
Just putting me on blast like that.
So now I have to put you on blast again. I'm sorry.
It's
so funny.
fair enough. I said what I said. Hello, Sandra?
Kendra.
It's Kendra, not Kendra.
She can.
Steve, did you get a haircut? I didn't. Wallace, your hair look gorgeous. Devesha, your mere presence is incredible. Katie, you look great.
Thank you.
Hello, Vicky Fox. Hello, Michael. Hello, Madison, Ben Barnes. Hello. Joining to see if I have a conflict. But if not, excited to be able to stay for the stream today. Do we have a gripe with Madison today?
We have a gripe
Or-
with Madison?
Why do we have a gripe with Madison?
A conflict of what? Conflict of interest?
Does she have a gripe? What do you mean?
I think she just means like, does she have like a class or something? Or like a meeting?
But yeah, this is worded strangely. Joining to see if I have a conflict. Or maybe she meant like
That's
waiting to
problem.
see. Maybe joining isn't the right word. Like waiting to see if I have a conflict.
She's just waiting to see if one of us fucks up and says something
Yeah.
about her cousin and then she'll leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll know in 55 minutes when we get through these comments. Hello, cool gamer. Hello, Miranda. Look, styling those bangs perfectly takes time.
Yeah.
I want you to wake up. Do you know, it's Cameron Diaz in the movie, and she has this giant cowlick. Have you tried that look?
The one with Ben Stiller.
There's something about
I have
Mary.
no clue. I don't
Something
know.
about Polly?
No.
Is there?
No,
There's someone-
It's along came Polly,
Oh.
and then there's something about
Something about
Mary.
Mary.
And Steve, I'm pretty sure her cowlick, she then uses.
She has cum in her hair.
She got cum in her hair. Yeah.
So you haven't tried it, is what I'm gauging
No.
in this conversation.
This is why I don't watch Ben Stiller movies.
Yeah, it's not the vibe for me, but not everything it has to be. Vicky Fox, I was on time for once, so there must be something wrong with this cosmos. We were on time for once, so welcome to the first horseman of the apocalypse. And then Wallace came, no innuendos here. I love the one portion of Delicious background that won't blur.
Some options.
It has personality and a face of its own. Love the bangs, by the way. Squishy Moochie III finally had the energy to write good morning. Welcome to a place where you probably won't get a lot of writing, but I am happy for you.
Glad you're here.
Jail. That's in your hard speak. I think this is, wasn't it you, Katie, who said Tomatusi?
Yes, I did.
So why am I going to jail for your crimes? Should I be critiquing? Yes. Am I? Ha 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 ha. No, I am procrastinating so hard right now. Monkey hiding face emoji from Miranda. Caitlin just barely woke up in time. Was up late watching the plan.
What do you think of it?
Have renewed interest in watching it after watching a couple of interviews with Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. I usually don't care, but I'm like, I'll watch this.
I also wish to watch it.
Am I the only one getting an echo?
I'm also getting an echo.
Is it me, Jesus?
Is it me, Jesus?
Is it me,
It
Jesus?
was.
Yeah.
It was Wally Simo.
Deuces.
to make sure it wasn't just me. Come back.
Gays
Lauren.
everywhere want to get McDonald's and get at least 5K footsies in
What?
because I gotta. My low iron demands it, so I might do that in the next few sprints. Your footsies?
5K. That's
Is that like
You can be
a
on the
foot version
treadmill?
of a hand job?
you gonna be running?
I don't know. But good luck with your footsies.
McDonald's.
Mess will be working on work.
Unfortunately.
Wallissimo, 10K beta reading day. If it's me, it's fine.
Is it me? Jesus?
Lexi will be working on a new manuscript. This one is 490 pages. Ooh, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. Also, Stieg, there is in fact hell to pay today.
Ooh. Why?
I don't know. Because I'm gay and I'm stupid.
You
Great
got
and I'm
the-
blind. I'm going to be working on a plan for revision. It's Crystal. Hello, Anya. Vicky Fox is waiting for Power Rangers to sue Marvel after Eternals. Good things come to those who wait. Miguel will be continuing with the reread of his manuscript he just started. We would all say Wallace is
Oh
the
my
elder
god,
leader.
Michael, you right? I just thought you made puzzles and riddles.
While Miranda wrote, I just voted Katie because she seemed to be on Instagram kind of late. Ooh.
I was not on Instagram.
To be fair, Stig, I think you are the most likely to be an elderly person with a car. Excuse me. I don't drive, so. Stig is the reindeer that ran over Grandma.
If anything, I think I'm the one to most likely run over an elderly person because I think I'm the one in the car the most.
That's fair. And I've seen the dominoes in your town, and they are unhinged, so. If you're drag racing
True.
on the streets,
Yeah.
who gets
That
the
Domino's
relative
man.
most likely to have an affair with a married man? That is you, Miranda. Congratulations. That is your high school quote now. Lexi, I'm just kidding. You're my favorite troublemaker. Oh, there you go. I just assumed Grape was making some toast or something because she always makes sure to have breakfast with this responsible trait. Yeah.
I wait till the stream starts to start making breakfast.
Stig being divine. That is not correct because according to the encyclopedia of JKCWVEFUI,
I've never seen that one.
What?
know.
I have it's the one that goes that is not correct because according to the encyclopedia
What the fuck?
I'll drop it in chat.
It just reminds me of JKCWVEFUI and your mom and your sister in the car and your friend.
Oh
and your train.
no.
I don't
Who
even know
hates
what in your clothes.
Violet's the most popular tree nut.
but I would still say that the vote between the three of you was fairly close during that stream. I feel like there was I thought it was a close vote in my
I
opinion.
retained none of the data, so I don't know. Writer battle royale would be interesting. Okay, but Stig is also a nurse, so he could then proceed to save the elderly person after hitting them with a said car. I am in the market of creating my own jobs, so
So ominous.
the secret project that seemed to be almost done, 13 out of 16.
See if I can
Felt
get
like
it.
Clowntown was the first victim of the battle royale. Yeah. Actually, while you're all joking about this, I am actively planning on making Troublemakers battle royale.
Please do.
Like
Hello.
fan fiction or like in real life. Like at the end of the day, Ang is gonna is gonna do an Uno reverse card on me and be like, "You were stalking me, bitch. I was stalking you."
You're going to go to
Kidnapping you and
sleep
your
in your
friends.
bed and then wake up in a dingy warehouse somewhere,
Yep.
and you're
In
going to have to
Eastern
fight to the
Europe.
death.
Yep.
Hi everyone, glad I could catch the stream today. I'm also glad. Paris ? Welcome. Oof, I'm so sorry, Summer Honey. Wallace with her Mick really is giving man with a podcast though.
I thought that said
Miranda.
mom with a podcast, and I was about to be like, yes. It's giving mom with a podcast.
Dog with a blog,
Come
perhaps?
back,
Oh,
she left
Wallace.
Miranda.
No, Wallace.
Oh my god, there's so many comments. Oof. Danny, have you all ever done that Hunger Games simulator website? I had the idea to put all of us in it like months ago to see how it turned out and just never got around to it. Well, get around to it now, please. After you migrate, of course. Hey, Casey. I think y'all should watch Velocipastor just to know. Oof. I think y'all should watch Velocipastor just so I know what y'all think. I
What
don't
is
think.
that?
I just vibe.
It sounds
I don't
like
know.
Tuck Jingles.
A
Dinosaur
priest pastor who's into like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Come back, Wallace. Stop this nonsense.
Wallace.
She's not even backstage, which is like serious.
Yeah, that means
Yeah.
she's gone.
She's gone.
She probably got back in bed.
Mm-hmm. Gone girl.
Hello,
She's
hello,
going mid
Florida
girl.
Fawn. Jessica Williamson, girl, I will never be that person who lies to you to make you feel good about yourself. That's not me. I will lie to make you feel bad about yourself, though. That I will do. It's the feature of your face desperately needed. Oh, God. Okay. Hilarious. That's when you know the Bangalore is real. I figured out a bunch of stuff about my story this week. Love that for you. Filled in some plot holes. Go Vicky Fox.
Yay, Vicky.
Cat the Secret Mario Lad. Something about Mary. Yeah, it's the scene with the semen cowlick man. Classic barf emoji. Imagine the lift, though.
I don't want to.
Ooh, I heard the future of your face desperately needs. I just had a breakthrough in a story. Hold up. They don't love you like I love you.
Hold up.
So why am I going to jail for your crimes? The echo just felt so dramatic. Why did you read my comment about procrastinating like that, Stieg? Because you put it in the chat and everyone gets their spotlight to shine in. There's a very slight little echo and it makes you guys sound so dramatic. I think it's our personalities and not the echo, not gonna lie. It was me all along, Jesus. Walking. I hate y'all. 5K steps. Yep. Oh, 5K steps. That makes footsies, I guess. I don't know. It still sounds sexual to me. My internet died right as Wallace was telling her story. I had to restart my laptop. Is that a foot equivalent of a hand job? I walked away from my computer for 2 seconds, Steve. What the fuck? Sorry.
Can't leave us alone.
They underused my man RPats. Robert Pattinson. Context clues. He could have been given more materials to work with. Everything else was great, especially the Riddler. Leave me be. I'm on a few painkillers. I said there would be hell to pay if I wasn't bopping to a new Harry song today. All right. So is there hell to pay? There is, because there's no new Harry song. Which means Miranda got my hopes up for nothing. What manuscript, Michael B. Chan? Paul Dano, girlies, we're getting exactly what we need.
Who is that?
Link to a YouTube video of, I don't know,
It's
something.
the Vine. It's the Vine that we were referencing.
Thank you, Rose, for this perfect Vine rendition. I love that wine. One of my faves. I don't know. I'm partial to just two guys chilling in a hot tub. Maybe Stieg is the fave here because this is all the Stieg we get. We don't get enough Stieg. That is fair. But to be fair, the others don't post frequent enough to warrant a oversaturation of the community.
That was pure shade to all of us.
And I
Is it
can't
shade if it's
dispute it.
Or is it just an
I was on
objective-
hiatus, but I'm back. I'm back, baby.
It's back again. I still listen to Miss Vine.
Me too.
Hey, by the way, I have a meeting pretty soon, Katie. emoji. I'm just going to skip, about roses are red.
Violets are blue. Speaking of violets, where is she?
Yeah, where's that girl?
So, we're so concerned for her.
Always. She literally left that coffee to at cake message and then left.
Was it a tooth? I thought it was a flag, but I couldn't tell which country.
I can only handle so much dragging in 1 second, 60-second span. Wallace, no. Wallace, we love you.
Wallace.
Literally cannot continue without you. I read Veloce Pasta.
I also.
I dinosaur that's a pastor. We need your mediator energy.
Too chaotic about her.
Well, this is how many minutes ago? This is 4 minutes ago, and you're still not backstage. So I don't know. You're not trying to find a clit here, are you? Just push that button. For those who don't want to actually watch the valleys, but want to know what it's about,
Mm.
dino-shaped pasta. I'm sorry, Wallace. You are not, in fact, giving man with a podcast. You're giving woman on TikTok making fun of men with podcasts, and that is a vibe.
Gonna rain.
It's gone but not forgotten.
Okay, Violet. I am gay and stupid. So what do you?
Wait, where even is her comment on YouTube? I can't even find it on YouTube.
Finally,
There's a-
that was a very dramatic. Y'all, I'm in fact right here. Also, I'm taking this opportunity to get a drink because your girl is thirsty and also muted.
I woke up so thirsty, but I didn't have time to get water, and so I was using that as my opportunity to go. And I literally just guzzled like 5 cups of water. So I'm a lot better. And I also brought a cup with me. It's very seasonally appropriate.
Ooh,
Mm.
and March
Giving
pumpkin
to the
season.
foe.
It is for Tibetho.
Paul Dano play the Riddler. Okay. Is your queen lurking? She was, in fact. Literally tells you where I am. Not my fault. You don't know your flags. Almost to
Gay
the
and I'm
bottom.
stupid.
It also the emoji doesn't show up on YouTube or on StreamYard as anything but AT.
Oh yeah.
What? No,
What's
I saw it
AT?
as a flag on my screen.
Oh, I didn't
Well-
see it on.
What was the colors of the flag? What she look like?
Red and white.
Is she French?
She in Poland?
Bang bang into the room. All right, friendos, I'm going to dip now so I can get ready for work. Don't have too much fun without me because I'm probably going to be too lazy for the replay.
Wow.
That shall mark our first.
Look at that.
Also, yeah, how dare you?
Block her immediately.
We went like the whole 30 minutes before she had to go.
That's true.
Have a good shift, Danny. Hope you feel better.
Yeah. Toodaloo, Danny.
You guys, this is where we have to come up with our best inside jokes ever. So that way Danny feels like she has to catch the replay in order to understand what the heck is going on.
Damn.
It's rude to do to our technically our archivist.
I mean, on paper only, to be fair.
Yeah, only in name.
Only.
I still can't see what. I'm just gonna look at my phone and see what this fucking flag is.
It's red, white, red, 3 stripes.
It's red,
Okay,
white,
so it's
and blue.
Austria. Flag is.
Wait, you're in
Oh, it's Austria.
Violet? Violet, why are you in Austria?
Yeah.
Because she's a worldly bitch, okay?
I went to Austria. We stayed in the Sound of Music house, and it was one of my favorite hotels in the world because you opened up the window and there was a lake, and then there was a mountain rising above that lake.
Were the hills alive with the sound of music?
Yes, quite literally. And I have been trying to chase the high of opening up windows and looking out onto water and a big mountain rising above it ever since I was 12 years old. It was amazing.
Love the story. We're going into
Yeah.
our first sprint.
Oh, great.
Cute timer.
Hi.
Hi.
Just give me a second. I'm almost done with the chapter.
How'd you do?
I did some admin stuff. Just want to wish Marlene a happy holiday.
Happy
Not Christmas
holiday.
wise, but vacation wise.
Enjoy
You said-
Austria.
Did you say Mullen?
Violet? Did I say Marlene? I think I said
Oh, you
Violet.
No.
Oh, well, sorry.
Did you have a chapter to finish, man? Yeah, I did some life admin stuff. Ordered some stuff that needed to be ordering.
Ooh. Breaking your buying ban.
I mean, it's a hit, a buy. Is that a purchase?
A hit? Like on someone?
Like, I don't get anything in the mail, so to me, it's not a purchase.
Okay.
How did you do, Catherine? Kellyanne?
Oh.
Oh, why is she gagging?
She's having a time. Oh.
I should get gagged hard enough to turn on the camera and continue to gag.
I feel like the author needed to see that reaction, so I turned my camera off.
Ooh. Hope you were here, mysterious author.
Did it get spicy? Wallace, give me some details.
Yeah.
No
It
details.
was a
I can't-
twist.
Did it get
Cliffhanger.
spicy?
Oh,
Like a
it
plot
was
twist?
it was a twist. Well, it wasn't even like it was a reveal.
Mhm. I
Okay,
do love a
did
good
you say
reveal.
hi to Catherine? Because I did not pay attention.
Sorry, I did not because I was too distracted by Wallace's face. I did the Quirtle and the Sadek Quirtle and the New York Times crossword mini, and then I wrote 48 words.
Did you do hurdle?
I did that last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Brutal.
I'm surprised that you didn't know that song immediately and you
Who?
were struggling with it. You said you were struggling with it last night.
Was I?
Yeah, you were like, I kept having to listen to the thing over and over again because I knew what it was, but like I couldn't place it. And I'm like, how do you not immediately
Because I was
know this
thinking of another
iconic song?
I was thinking of
Oh.
another song, so I couldn't like get out of that other song. But I'm like, I know it's not that song, but it has the same vibes. But I got there in the end. Devisha, grape / fry.
I made coffee and I put some bacon in the toaster oven.
Ooh, love that for you.
Yummy.
Oh wait, no spoilers for the hurdle. Anyway.
Oh, that's interesting, Miranda.
That is interesting. Ooh, she joined the realm of living.
I did.
Did you get an appropriate amount of bed reading done?
I got. How long was that sprint?
20
20
minutes.
minutes.
I got 22 minutes. I don't know if
Damn,
that's
love that for
appropriate
you.
or not, but
That is very appropriate.
it's what I got done.
You could have been like doing TikToks for 19 minutes and then
I wasn't.
bed reading for what?
No, I was doing beta reading, although someone was messaging me on Instagram while I was beta reading.
It was me,
Who was saying
Jesus.
that? Was it me, Jesus?
Miranda. It was
How
fine.
dare you, Miranda, getting away with work. I will get to what people in the chat did. I'm just going to go back to the comments. We said goodbye to Danny last. Wallace has giant mic that can't be missed, but still forgets to unmute herself.
Yeah.
I will never not complain about how YouTube changes colon D to happy face.
The like, yeah.
Wallace.
I hate that.
It's always pumpkin season when you're a witch. I just googled the flag and I know now where Violet is. Michael don't want to wake up thirsty. He just wakes up with a headache.
No.
Austria, I'd say. It was this flag, I think. AT.
Which
I
is
don't
awful.
get it. Yeah. And now that Danny is gone, can we sprint, please? We did a sprint. And I hope everyone gets some work done. Everyone gets sprinting. Marta needs sprints. Let's go to Tahoe, Wallace. What I've learned over all these... Tahoe?
Tahoe.
Tahoe.
No, it's Tahoe.
No, it's
Tahoe.
Tahoe.
We're going to Tahoe.
What I've learned over all these trouble streams is that Wallace travels correctly.
How do you define correct versus incorrect travel, Miranda?
That is an interesting question.
How do you define it, Stieg?
Travel correctly?
Mm-hmm.
If you leave your place on time and you arrive at the intended destination, that is pretty correctly.
But then that doesn't leave any room for adventure.
Okay.
What?
But I'm not trying to.
I'm
just
saying you and I had
island.
a whole. I'm just saying you and I once had a whole conversation about how like we're not the kind of people who, if we miss our train or we miss our flight, make a whole big deal out of it. So I'm surprised if that's how you would define traveling correctly.
It's like I'm not a willing participant in this conversation right
now. No, I mean, yeah, but like if you end up where you're going, that is kind of correct.
No, but I'm saying like, okay, yeah, so you're giving me a funny, factually correct answer, but that's not the question.
I don't think it's very funny. It's just a factual.
Well, but like, I don't think that's how you specifically actually define traveling correctly. Like how, when you look back on a trip and you think, I did that trip well, or I didn't do that trip well, what are usually the things that factored into that?
Oh, that's a good question. Preparation. I'm horrible at preparing stuff, as we all know. I'm not a list. I am a list guy, and then I'm an ignore the list guy. So I always like have to scramble together something at the last minute before I leave. Literally 5 minutes before I leave the door, I was like, I guess I have to find my suitcase now. So if I have prepared for a trip, I feel like I've done it well. But I always travel with intent.
What does that mean?
So it's not like I'm not setting out to find Gilligan's Island. I'm just trying to get to England, babes. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But I also I'll order a plane ticket, and planes are kind of, either on the plane or you're not. But like trains and stuff, I'm not too fussed. I always order when I get there. If that makes sense. Because I'm like, yeah, I'll catch the next one or the next one after that if I want to hang out at this little bistro for another hour, just reading a book I bought at the airport. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I still feel like though, if you got back on a trip and we're trying to rate how good of a trip it was, you're not thinking, I arrived to everything on time and I booked things, but I was chill about it. And so that's what made that trip good. I feel like there's another factor that but maybe I'm not correct. Maybe that is how you define a good trip. But
how do you define a good trip?
Well, I'm just saying I'm talking from from an emotions perspective of the things like you felt and the things you explored within yourself and around the area and like new memories made. And I feel like that's what, I mean, again, I think the definition is different for everybody, which is why I'm trying to be vague in my examples. But for me, one of my biggest things is I feel like a trip was good if I can remember, if I felt like at least 4 of the meals were very memorable. For me, it's very centered around food. But not just food, but the conversation that was had at the table with either my traveling companions or people. I mean, granted, I'm not one of those people who's let's go out and meet random locals and make, more international friends, because I'm really shy around strangers. But, luckily I have family members who have friends who live in other cities. And so sometimes I meet up with them, and that's always really fun. But mainly it's about the food. It's how good was the food? And yeah, I also love visually stunning landscapes. So I like a trip if I'm near mountains or the ocean or stuff like that. So I don't know.
Because I went to England and there was this big, huge, flat cornfield with a church in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I live in the mountains, so I'm like, it's rock.
Sure.
But a cornfield with a church, yes,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Sure.
So
that's great.
Yeah. If I get a good visual, that's a good trip.
Yeah. What's the best trip you've ever been on?
Ooh. I went to a friend's wedding in England a couple of years ago, and that was a lot of fun and very memorable.
And it was fun because why?
Because A, I got to see my friends again, which is always a good time as an extrovert.
Okay.
2, I got to make new friends at the wedding who were also guests that I've kept in touch with after. So that's also a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's also just kind of the vibes of the wedding was very, like, we were in this huge stone building and it was like 360,000 degrees scorching sun in July.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like fun to reminisce when we ever talk about the wedding. We're like, haha, I remember that time we swam in our own sweat.
Yeah.
That was fun. So if you can go back and like talk about, do you remember? Like, we talked about this the other day. Like, I'm not a very sentimental person, but I'm very nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can go back and like talk about it, then that's been a good trip. There's been trips where like I literally haven't mentioned it since I left,
Mm-hmm.
or since I came back.
Steve, there you go. Now I feel like we've answered my question. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
And I will have you know that when you were talking about that wedding, you were like, everything was very punctual. And I did a really great job packing and prepping for that. Like, that was not the reason why that was your best trip. So I'm just gonna leave that out.
We were drunk before 9, so that was very fun.
Yeah.
It's always the best way to start a day when you're on like a holiday.
Yeah, it was a good time. Not the same, but I don't know what is in relationship to. She loves us all, which is all I care about. That song was a vibe, though.
I know. I love how we both started bopping our heads at the same time and pace. It was so funny.
It was a bop.
It was great.
Guys, I'm just watching you dance instead of working now. LOL. Shame on you, Malin. Shame on you.
No.
A cartoon duck is such a vibe. Strolling along, living their best ducky life.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wop. It's a wop.
It's a wad. It's a wet ass duck.
It reminds me of the music you find in small coffee shops. New favorite timer now. I'll link it in chat. I haven't closed it, so maybe I won't. I'll figure it out.
Maybe. Who knows?
I had to learn to animate and copy this timer with a dino to-do list. Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
Please.
And we bid Violet goodbye, yeah? Caitlin had some espresso drama.
I can't believe.
Hope Violet is living her Sound of Music fantasy.
Yeah.
We have Violet and Spirit here as
Yes,
our
we do.
little icon.
Yeah. Anyone else being lulled to sleep by this quacker? No, I was kind of just vibing, doing my admin stuff. Vicky Fox researched, read, and took some notes for their midterm paper. Ooh.
Oh.
Is the midterm like a specific subject, or is it like just general knowledge? Do you have the midterm in SATs? I don't know how America works.
No, so a midterm is more like, I assume, like a culmination of the things that you've it's either a culmination of things that you've learned, or you like pick a topic that's relevant to the class. So like I would do a midterm on like Shakespeare for my Shakespeare class. I'd pick a play and I'd do like write a paper about it. So
Okay.
I don't know if that's what Vicky's doing, but that's what I assume.
This comment was kind of funny.
It is funny. I laughed at it.
I know
Me too.
Katie's best trip because she will not shut the fuck up about it. Well,
I'll
we
tell
haven't
you-
talked about
And to be fair,
though.
To be fair, though, I know we make fun of her for how much you talk about going on the Camino, but like I feel like people
I
who go on
don't.
the Camino earn the right to talk about going on the Camino because, like,
I also feel like we talk more about Katie doing the Camino than Katie talks about doing the
well,
Camino.
I don't
So,
know if that's true. Well, actually, it's just what I find really funny. And I've got things about this like that. I'm the exact same way. But whenever Katie is like streaming with new people, it tends to come up, and because I think that's like. But I think we all have things that are like part of our core personality where we're like, if you want to kind of get my vibe and get who I am, this is something that I want to tell you about because this gives you a good insight into a big part of my life that has like affected me as a personality. Like when I got to college, I think I said in every conversation, I was like, oh, I went to boarding school. I went to boarding school on the East Coast. I went to boarding school on the East Coast. And it wasn't even from like
I went to a boarding school.
like it wasn't even from that kind of like I'm better than everyone else. Like it wasn't even like that. It was just like I had just come from 4 years at a boarding school and that had had a major impact on who I was. And so it felt like, a really important personality trait. And I feel like, when you're first meeting people, there are only a certain number of subjects that are kosher to broach on. And that's usually profession, hobbies, and travels. So
And to be fair, whenever I do bring it up inevitably. Like when the first time I ever brought it up with you guys asked me a lot of questions about it, which I love. So like I gave in-depth answers. And then sometimes like, you know, if someone in the chat, like I'll, you know, mention it or something, or we're talking about it and people will ask questions, and of course I'll answer them, like, you know. But yeah, we all know what my best trip was. I could talk about it forever.
And yeah, for people who are asking, we're talking about the Camino de Santiago in Spain.
Yeah, the Camino de Santiago. Yes, the Camino de Santiago, which I walked in 2019. It's 500 miles across Spain. We started in France, funnily enough, in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port.
And you almost died of hypothermia on the first day.
I did, yeah, which has given me undeniable trauma, but still I would do it again. And then we walked all the way to Finisterre, which is the edge of the world, which is the farthest west point of Spain. I touched the Atlantic from the other side because, you know, I'm from the East Coast, so I've obviously been to the Atlantic on this part of the world, but then was on the other side, which I thought was fun and cool. And it's a religious pilgrimage for anyone who like doesn't know, like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
It was originally a religious pilgrimage that was invented by the Catholic Church to go to Santiago, which is the resting place of St. James's bones, supposedly. And this was a great way for Europe's economy to be revitalized after the Dark Ages and the plague and stuff. And so pilgrims would literally walk from Rome. Sometimes Rome is the longest one, all the way to Santiago to purge their sins and then be blessed by the religious people living in Santiago and see the bones and feel revitalized and such. And then luckily we got to catch a train from Santiago to Madrid. But if you were in the 1300s, unfortunately you had to walk all the way back to where you were from. So you did the Camino in reverse after. But we just took a train to Madrid.
Camino Uno. I hope the hit is on me, actually. I mean, I would if you tell me where you live. Madison, I'm good to stay. 10K in the Discord later for anyone who wants, question mark.
Ooh, you go, Madison. You'll get it done in 3 hours.
Might need to pick you up on that.
Research report sent, timesheet submitted, and officially the weekend. Yeah, I love that for you.
Ooh.
We also heard Marlon. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not enunciating well.
I heard Violet. So
Starting reading the chapter on foreshadowing and came up with a rough prophecy I want to add to my story.
Ooh.
Thanks, I hate it. Gotta go do hurdle. What song? Wait, the song, I think it isn't there. It is, because I have done it.
I have also done it.
It was me.
It was me.
Holding your breath through hiccups gets rid of them. Also, I've heard eating a spoonful of raspberry jam or a spoonful of sugar. But a spoonful of sugar is a lot.
Well, spoonful of sugar helps that
eating
go
it.
down.
I have a very specific hiccup cure, and it works 100% of the time if it's the first time it's ever been used on someone, but then it never works again. So it's a very interesting little thing. And I'm not going to say what it is for mystery purposes.
Moving on. Miranda, I already have things I know I want to change, so I was wondering if it was helpful to tell Wallace that they are. I was wondering if it was helpful to tell Wallace what they are before she formulates her feedback. Was it helpful, Wallace?
It was.
Okay, there you go. Tahoe is sending me. Enjoy your bacon, yum. Remember, I still need to ask my boss about details for the cabin. Whoops. I just always seems like Wallace is very relaxed and locks in to travel. I have a story that says otherwise. Well, missing your flight takes away a lot of room for adventure too, if that you miss out on the travel. It's fair enough.
Sorry, I just realized what you meant, Steve.
Wait, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I shall not say.
We don't want to talk. We're not going to talk about it on stream.
Will you DM me? So, oh yeah, private chat.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have an adventure in your hometown then, Marta. Lexi got carried away on TikTok. Oops. Another part of traveling well is actually doing it instead of just talking about it. I think this is huge. Just like, never mind. I do not do that part correctly. Yeah, I'm very good at traveling. Can you be good at traveling? I like to travel a lot, frequently.
You make it a priority is how I would phrase it, because I don't want it to be like out there of like, oh, if you don't travel a lot, you're not good at traveling. Because there are some people who maybe like take one trip every couple of years, but still, you know, consider themselves to be travel lovers, and I'm sure they travel very well. But you know, not everybody can go.
And I think the opposite is true too. Like I traveled a lot before the panini, but I'm absolutely god awful at it. I'm terrible at traveling. So I traveled a lot, but I'm bad. So
Marlon tries to read, if I drank and ate locally and had fun equals correct. If I visited a lot of things, complained the whole time and hurt my foot, equals not correct.
This is my big one, is that I don't want to be uncomfortable without benefit on a trip. And like there are some days, you know, like if for me it's all about nature, right? If I'm gonna have to go on a really long nature hike to go and see a beautiful vista and it's absolutely exhausting, but I get to see that beautiful vista and I get back to the hotel, I'm like, oh, today was amazing. But if it's like to go see a 7th church when we've already seen 6 churches and we're looking at iconography of things that of a religion that I am not part of, like, and I have blisters on my shoes because I wanted to dress nice so I look nice in the city. I'm not in a good mood about it. So yeah, but that's just me. I think there's some people though who like, you know, religious traveling is a really big part of it for them. So but yeah, my toesies not being sore is a big part of it. I am also just good about bragging, Miranda. You are right, and I need to scale it back. I need to just let us
live vicariously through you.
Miranda, because of that comment, I'm now no longer going to vlog my trip to London or Paris.
Shut your face. You're lying to me.
No,
I am lying. Don't worry.
Thank God.
You think I would pass up that opportunity for content? Hello. Sorry.
Also, I want to live vicariously for you.
I feel like we're already due, though.
It's true.
I only been out of the US one time. It was the best time of my life, LMAO. I've never been into the US, so.
That's going to change in July.
It is.
I'm so excited.
Marlon tries to read, I feel like I do the incorrect thing a lot, LMAO. Old Crusader from Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusades, you have traveled. Holy. You know Katie's best trip. Ah, yes. And then there was some travel.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to go Como. Sorry. Lake Como. Yeah. That's where they filmed the sand scene in Star Wars. I hate sand.
I wonder what my Camino is. I don't think I have a Camino. Are we talking Camino de Santiago? We are indeed.
We are.
And it's oh yeah, absolutely. Anytime. I have been making a couple notes in the story being like, oh, this feels a little unrealistic to me, but of course it's fiction, so it's, you know, whatever. But yeah, Katie, when I learned that you went on the Camino de Santiago, I was like, I need to make this girl my friend because it's one of my dreams in life is to do the Camino. So
I will do it. Absolutely. With you. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Like it literally like was the best thing.
Would you do it in your Louboutins?
No. No.
Miranda, you studied in London? Wow, I'm learning a lot of lore about y'all today. I don't have a son. Ooh, I went to the Navy. Is that my Santiago?
No, because you never talk about it. We just learned this.
We just learned that fact about you.
That is true. Well, I'm sorry.
You know what? I think I know what yours is, but we can't say
it. Okay. So a lot of things we can't say today.
The what?
Is it the time you had to sleep in the airport because you didn't want to rent an Airbnb or something?
We slept at the train station.
Oh. Yeah, no, we can't talk about that.
I think that one's your Camino. I've heard that story like 2 or 3 times.
I mean, it was not a religious experience. I have no fun stories of this kind of stuff, LMAO, but yours seem real fun. There's a fun bunch, just a fun bunch of gals and a guy. Also, hey, bestie.
Hi, bestie.
I'm here to procrastinate my edits. How's everyone doing?
Don't do that.
You're
Don't
in
do
the
Or
right
that.
don't do that, yes.
We're not enablers, right, Stieg?
No, except when we're asked to be. Someday I'll go to Europe. There's many places to see. There's also many places to see in America. So
That is true. America is amazingly big. And I think a lot of people through, I don't want to say snobbery, but like a lot of Americans, I mean, through some snobbery, don't. Oh, I feel uncomfortable saying snobbery, but that's kind of how I feel about it. So I'm just going to be honest there. I think through some snobbery, Americans don't think of the idea of traveling around America as travel. And I find that really sad because I think that there are a lot of really beautiful places in the United States to see. So
There's a lot of interesting history in the United States as well. Like every different place you go in the United States has some form of like interesting, horrific, crazy, wild, like ridiculous history that I think that we don't get credit for a lot of times. Like, we always talk about like, oh my God, going to Rome and seeing like the old Roman things. Like, yeah, that's amazing and awesome. But like, have you seen the Old West? The Old West is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. But that's just my, my thoughts on it.
yeah.
Jess has never really been anywhere. She's been like the furthest south of the US you can go, but I'm pretty sure Michigan is my furthest west in the States. Haha.
I think it is.
So if you've been the furthest south in the US you can go, do you mean
Key West.
Key West? That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I don't know. Is that what
Key
you
West
mean?
Nut Pie. Well, this is like
That was
this will have to
funny.
cure your hiccups.
It's true though. I'm not kidding. It has a 100% effectiveness rate in my life that I've used it on the person if it's the first time I've used it on them, and then if I try and do it again, it doesn't work. So it's wild.
Come to California. Want to fight off sneeze? Breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose. You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Want to have a sneeze? Just don't. Missouri is the farthest east I've been.
Oh,
And the coast barrier for traveling is a big one. And the cost barrier for traveling is a big one.
Yeah, I was gonna say coast. What?
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
If you're going to die of hypothermia, you better be worth it. Wallace.
which is it's true. Yeah, we don't have to get into it.
Please don't scale it back. Boo, tomato, tomato.
Tomato.
Thanks for sending too early, YouTube. Please, stepbrother. No, Wallace, please vlog. Please vlog the entire thing. I want a 200-hour vlog.
Me too.
This is the question I have been asking around: is should I make one epic long vlog for the whole 14-day trip, or should I break it up into different segments based off of different regions? And Tveisha voted different segments versus different regions, and I can see the.
That was your audience of one, Paul?
You guys, I was talking to all three of you guys, but Tveisha,
I
because
have not
she's the
been
real
asked
one.
this.
What? Sorry.
I have not been asked this
This
question.
is not true. I talked about it last night while we were hanging out. Tveisha was the only one who responded.
We did not talk about your vlog one single time.
I also
was there.
I agree
Did
with
we
the
not?
so.
Wait,
It
Grape,
wasn't
you
last
and I
night.
just
I think it was like 2 days ago.
You gotta
was it-
stop putting us in the conversation all the time.
I just always think you guys are there. Wait, Grape, was this when you and I were just hanging out together? I can't remember
I
now.
was there,
No, Katie was there.
and I said I agree with Devasia. I want multiple segments.
I'm dying.
And I was not there. So,
So
because you ushered me into bed. Steve, you have to make sure to come to California someday on your free and US tour. Am I free in the US? For what?
Yeah.
We should take him on a
Yes.
cross-country trip.
Oh my god!
it is.
By the way,
It is still one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever stayed in. They have a library with a secret passageway. Like literally a bookcase opens up and you go into this like curved stair, like a spiral staircase, and it takes you up to the second floor of the library and then further up into the private family apartments of the hotel, which we didn't know we weren't supposed to know about that secret passageway. My sister and I were exploring the library. Anyway, for a really long time, I thought I was going to get married at that hotel. Stroking out. I thought I was gonna get married at that hotel because it was so stunningly beautiful. But I feel like asking my family of like 60 people to fly to Austria is probably a little bit presumptuous. So it is beautiful. Maybe I'll honeymoon there if it ever happens.
That'd be cute. Which
Yes, I
everything
don't
is
know, but
content.
it sounds stunning though.
It is beautiful. But fun fact for the people who love The Sound of Music, obviously the inside was a soundstage in that movie, and then the front of the house was one house, and then the back of the house, which is the hotel I stayed in, was a totally different house. And that's the scene, if you're imagining the scene where the kids are in the rowboat and they all fall into the water and come out, that's the hotel that I was staying in. But yeah, multiple different houses, and the gazebo is in a totally different location. And you're not even allowed to go in the gazebo because too many people were going in the gazebo and doing the jumps, and a woman broke her ankle, and so they closed it off to the public. And I was devastated because I was like, I came all this way to Austria to do one thing.
To be
Could you sneak
16,
onto
going
it?
on 17.
Yeah. So
I love
Could you
that
sneak
TikTok
onto
audio
it?
that's like,
sorry, Steve.
Could you sneak onto the gazebo?
No, because I'm a rule follower. Because I'm boring, and also I was 12. So
I also imagine it's probably locked.
yeah.
I mean, it's a gazebo. Why don't you
But
lock them
it's
with a
got
cage?
glass doors. Have you ever seen The Sound of Music?
Yes.
Okay. Have you? That sounded unsure.
I have. I just have no memories of the gazebo.
Okay.
I just
What?
There's glass windows. It's encased in glass windows,
And
and like,
she's hopping on the benches. It's during 16 going on 17 song.
and
where
the
she's
rain's
dancing
coming
with the
down on
Nazi.
the windows. Yeah, true. She's dancing with a Nazi.
She doesn't know he's a Nazi at that point, though. Like, to be fair.
Well, yeah, but still, looking back retrospectively at that scene, it's like, ooh, and like
But I
he's
think
a
that's
good
the
Nazi
point.
because he lets them go.
What? I don't know if that is accurate.
Well, no, but like he doesn't turn because when they're hiding in like the church graveyard, he like doesn't call out to them and like.
Yeah, but he's still a Nazi.
No, I know,
Oh,
but I'm
okay.
saying no. I'm not saying that I think he's a good Nazi. There's no good Nazis, but
Okay. Sorry, that's a funny term. Anyway.
I said there are no good Nazis.
I know. I get you.
But he also doesn't betray them in the end.
I mean, I guess that's accurate. I guess that's true. But yeah. Anyway, if anybody is
I
in
meant to say
Austria,
first US tour, not free the US tour.
Oh, first US tour. Yeah.
oh,
For me, uncomfortable feet is a mild form of torture.
Same. Don't do the Camino then, Michael.
I think I like entering churches during trips because I genuinely feel a lot of relief when inside. Like mandatory church visits are terrible. That tracks.
why do you feel? Wow, that's so interesting. But I feel like that's a really heavy question to ask, so I'm not going to ask it. But
Yes, I was in the Navy. But you can stay with me for free at least, LMAO. What is no object?
ooh,
How to ride on horseback pretty well. Is that interesting, Mark?
that's very interesting.
It is interesting.
That goes back.
You've all
Okay.
just helped me come up with one of my best titles ever, so thanks. Ooh, I am intrigued.
Ooh.
No, but Wallace, it is snobbery. Like flyover states and the southern states.
Okay, well, the thing that really kills me, like, yes, but also the thing that really kills me is, like I said, I'm a nature tourist. Like, I love to go see beautiful vistas, and the United States has some of the most incredible vistas in the entire world. And so sometimes I like really want to do certain trips, but there are people in my life who are like, oh, but why would we do this in the US when we could go to Europe or go to, like Asia instead? I'm like, because I don't know, just because it's here doesn't mean it's not worth it. I don't know. But like, again, I understand that some people want to see as much of the world as possible, but the United States takes up a big swath of the planet, and I think it's worth exploring. Anyway, that's my point. But also, not everybody is a Vista traveler. And so if you're a cultural traveler, I understand why, in your head at least, you would want to go to, even though I think that there are lots of different cultural pockets within the US, there is a lot of homogeny as well. So I do understand the desire to go someplace very different. Anyway,
I'm
that's
a
my
people
point.
traveler, I think.
I think, yeah, a lot of Americans just like. I think a lot of Americans like group all of America as one thing, You know what?
Bye. Oh,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Official plans.
okay. And so like, I think a lot of Americans are like, oh, well, I live in America, so like I've seen everything. Like it's all the same. When it's really not. A lot of different areas of America are very different. But I also understand the wanting to go to Europe because, and Asia and all these different places because same.
I don't know. I've been to Europe. It's all right.
There's good things and bad things about all places, you know? Like,
That's fair enough. What the hell is the hang up, right? Charlie has never gone on a cross-country road trip, but traveling across the US literally changed my life. I don't know. I'm not like, I love a good road trip, but like cross-country America feels like a lot of road.
yes. Although
So,
it depends on like, I don't know.
Stieg, though, if you never do a cross country road trip in America, how else are you going to see the world's biggest ball of twine?
I don't know.
Or the Cadillac Graveyard.
Yeah. Or the world's biggest ball of paint. Or the world's biggest ball of rubber bands. Or
Yes.
the world's biggest ball of trash
I can
bags.
just
I don't
Google
know.
them, I suppose.
It's not nearly as, it's not the same.
Yeah, and I'll Google Norwegian fjords and it'll be the same majestic experience.
I mean, are you comparing the world's largest
Yes.
rubber ball to a
Yes.
majestic
Yes.
landscape
Yes.
feature that is a fjord wall is?
Yes.
Yes.
I am.
And I agree with her.
One is just a representation of capitalism, and one is a beautiful natural.
Excuse
Phenomenon.
you.
Art is not a representation
you.
of capitalism. If
Yeah.
anything, it's a representation of anti-capitalism because you're taking something that's functional and useful for something else and literally turning into something that you can't use. It's not using it for the same function it should.
Hold up, though. Also, not me plugging John Green's The Anthropocene Reviewed, but he has a whole essay about the world's biggest ball of paint. And the world's biggest ball of paint was created because a ton of people added paint to the ball. So it is not a capitalistic thing. It is a communal art project of tons and tons of people from all over the world coming in and adding their own individual layer of paint to this ball, which makes it grow bigger and bigger every single year. So screw you, sir. It is not capitalistic. Well, maybe if you have to pay $5 to do it. I don't know if you have to pay to do it, but you know.
There's a lot of cool art exhibits though that are completely free like that.
Yeah, but is that the biggest ball of paint?
Not Stieg. Now, like, there's gonna
I
be a
wanna
bigger
know.
ball of paint out there.
I just
Everything's
wanna
bigger in
pay for
America.
it.
I don't know.
Okay, that's the extent of the Googling. I can't be bothered. Let's jump into another sprint. I have stuff to do.
Oh my gosh, we're still behind on the comments though.
I know. Let's just do a hard reset next sprint. And a 3, and 2, and 1, and go. Sorry, Wallace. I know you were personally offended by that. Do you need a minute?
I just like that song, and you took it away from me. It's fine.
The good thing about the good thing about videos on YouTube is that you can view them at your own leisure.
It's not the same.
Okay. It's like a reward for going through
And here I was thinking the reward was the work you did along the way.
But I like the song. It decompresses me from the sprint, but it's fine. It's your stream. You run it how you wish.
I can just do like, close your eyes, Wallace. Close your eyes. Let me take you on this visual journey.
Picture it. Sicily.
There you go. Is that satisfying?
Lovely.
And what's your steps here, Miss Wallace? I will
don't.
nothing but lie.
I'm not gonna say.
I'm not Wallace. What?
Oh, I was talking to Wallace.
Oh, I thought you were saying to me because I said it was lovely.
Oh, thank you. Which is what I wanted to hear. So
There you go. Oh, there.
how did y'all do?
I got 650 words.
Ooh, nice.
I watched part of Katie's vlog.
Thank you. Cool.
I read.
Cool beans.
Coolio.
You read?
I read.
Therefore you ran?
How'd you do, Steve?
I opened my document.
Good start.
So
In 25 minutes.
almost sprint and I'll get my words done.
We're not gonna sprint again, are we?
Yes, there's an entire hour.
still have an
left,
hour.
so-
Okay. We have an hour. We talked for an hour before sprinting again last time. So in an hour, it will be 3 hours, which means it'll be time to end the stream. So
I'm thinking about 30 minutes more of talking, maybe, if we can
Okay.
possibly find anything else to talk about. I wouldn't know how we would manage to come up with something new this time.
now the
but-
pressure's on. Now I'm like, there's nothing to talk about.
We have nothing. We talked about literally everything. We've now run out of topics
Mhm.
that are
Let's
kosher.
just go into another hour sprint then, I suppose. Yeah.
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 I guess, I mean, it's going to take an hour to get to this fucking comments, to be fair. Katie's Camina is Wallace's The Anthropocene reviewed.
Katie, shake
It
hands
is.
with me. Shake hands with me, Katie.
Oh, I thought you said cancel me, and I was like, what?
No. Wait, shit. Wait. You bastard.
What's happening?
Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it.
We got it.
Damn it.
It was like whack-a-mole.
It was.
I'm losing my touch here. What's your Camino, Grape?
I don't know.
That
Oh,
one Billie Eilish concert where you fell asleep. I feel like
yep,
your
that's my Camino. I was about to say that was my
The
Camino.
best nap you ever had.
The best nap. Oh my
I've
gosh.
heard that story so many times, and I love it every time.
If that's not divinity, then I don't know. The pilgrimage to your inner Camino, if you will. Your inner brittle bones.
That whole festival is my Camino. I think about it every single day. Ugh, I was like this close, not that close. That's very, very hyperbole. That was hyperbole, but I was like so close to Haley Williams. Oh, the love of my life.
And if you're watching Haley, call in.
And please do DM me if you're
Her
free on
number-
Thursday. I love to.
Her number is 817-443-8592.
Actually, it's 678-999-8212.
Kiss me through the phone.
Anyway, but also the point of building that is also that make sure that the town is where people stop and fill up on gas snacks. I feel like I'm missing some context that I honestly
This is
cannot.
about the ball of paint. You criticizing the
Okay.
ball of paint.
The world's biggest, actually. Did y'all know there's corn palace in South Dakota? Of course there is.
I love that.
And then I think you would enjoy the Camino de Santiago, since a lot of it is churches. I almost read curses. And they're so old and beautiful and safe. On the same way as you with churches. How big is a ball of paint without a paint on it? I don't know. I think I have zero to do with that religion, but I love old churches, the architecture and artistry. Yep, that says artistry. Artistry.
Artistry.
There you go.
Artistry.
In a lot of old European churches, it's absolute fascist, is what I almost said. Fascinating is what that says, though.
Bye, Lexi. See you later.
I
Bye,
like
Lexi. When I get my health in order, I might just do that.
Also,
Maybe living off
Lexi,
El
if you DM Katie anything today, we're ending the stream early. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But we're all waiting eagerly, Lexi, for updates. So, bye.
Yeah.
Ordering fried dumplings for lunch because it's Friday and that's how we roll. Haven't tried dumplings, but anything fried is good in my book. I know you can feel the faith and devotion through the centuries and the sheer amount of artistry they had to do with.
Did you say art history?
That's what I'm hearing in my ear. Artistry. This is another yeehaw.
It really is another yeehaw.
Artistry.
Artistry.
I get what he's saying.
I can now. Now I'm
It's like
also.
it's like you're saying art history really fast. Art history.
Artistry.
You just got to take
You
out
had
the
to do
H.
to make
You just have to take out the H. Artistry.
artistry.
There you go.
Yeah.
Artistry.
Now
There
it
you
sounds
go.
Oh,
great.
now you added the H back in. You added the H back in.
Sorry.
Not a word
Moving on,
anymore.
what I had to do to make murals. I love good old churches so much. Yeah, I love a good Gothic cathedral. That is my jam. Like a good glass window. Yes. And also
That
a
is
lot of
what-
wooden churches in Norway, which is fascinating.
That is what I will say
Cool
about
churches.
America, though. We got not really many cool churches in the way that Europe has cool churches.
Our churches are our national parks.
Yes.
Why would she do that with a newborn baby?
How?
That sounds
Also, she
Did
would
she
be the
give
most
birth
hated
on
person in the
the-
hostels. She'd be hated in the hostels because I bet that baby didn't shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. Eden.
I'm serious. People get so proud.
Actually, that is incorrect because most newborns sleep like for 20 hours a day. So actually, the newborn stage they're actually quite quiet. So
Okay, but if that baby cried at all, people would be pressed.
no, I'm just saying, like, if it was really a newborn, which I'm pressed about the idea of doing like physical exercise after immediately having a baby, but yeah, a lot of parents get lulled into this sense of comfort because they're like, oh my God, our baby's sleeping through the night. Yeah, a lot of newborns sleep through the night, and then they hit like the 2-month stage, and you're like, what happened to my perfect angel? This is a demon baby. so
I can confirm that.
But
Not with my
carrying
own
a baby.
yeah, Stig's secret child.
yeah,
Yeah.
He is speaking
Yeah.
from experience.
Stieg has children. Did you guys not know this?
Yeah.
That is my Camino.
That should have been a secret on our thing.
My 8th grade English teacher actually moved to Spain and wrote a book about doing El Camino de Santiago. Is it El Camino? I suppose it is, with her newborn baby.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to hop off early because I'm starving, but thanks for the sprints, friend. Bye, Marta.
She's probably gone.
Cooping on the stream. Good morning, Sam.
Hey Sam.
Casey, damn, had to make me some breakfast and missed Guptras. That felt very Texan to me. Had to make some breakfast.
And Miss
I'm
Gupta.
making healthy pasta for McDonald's.
Mm.
Steve, how dare you take Wallace's reward away?
Thank you, Jess.
With a grin and a pep in my step.
Wait,
Katie?
what? Please take what clip and make it into a title sequence?
Stieg singing.
Oh,
Meaning
nice.
what?
You doing the
Do,
top.
do.
Katie, please take that and make it into a title copy sequence. Please
Maybe
don't.
maybe that'll be Stieg's gripes with Stieg. We'll have that.
That's not gripey. That's got to be something else.
Okay. We'll workshop it.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite of the week because I always have a favorite of the week. It's bad enough you were an hour behind the comments. Now you got to cut Wallace out too. All the rude. I am a rude person. I don't know why I'm voted most likely to be a troublemaker because I am not a pleasant person. These three can attest. Watch the
Voted most
video
likely to
starting.
what?
I
What
think
did
you
I
mean
say?
cinnamon roll.
Thank you, Grape.
I was like,
I was
I got
so
you, babe.
Thank you. You speak me.
Stieg, you're over here like, I'm so rude. Why do people think I'm secretly a cinnamon roll? Mr. cried over a story about a dog last night. Come on.
What?
you were like, why are you making me cry at 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
That was really sad.
Yeah, because you're a cinnamon roll. I didn't even cry at that. I mean, it was
I'm a
sad,
bitch, not
Katie.
dead
Don't get me wrong,
inside.
Katie. It was very sad.
Oh,
but I
I
didn't
know.
cry.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you're cinnamon roll, because you might be rude or whatever, but on the inside, you've got that extremely ooey gooey center. Ooey gooey.
You're underbaked.
We love
I
it.
was about to say, are you calling me underbaked?
We love it.
Well, the
underbaked
only one
cinnamon
baked,
roll.
the only one baked here is Devasia, so.
Not today.
Not today.
That's
Lexi. Oh shoot, Lexi's gone. I wanted to tell her that. And Steve and I
Speaking of
named,
baked,
we named one of our characters. So Steve and I are about to go play Dungeons and Dragons together in England, and we had to come up with a backstory, and in our backstory we have a character whose last name is Pootleaf in honor of Lexi. So
there you go. Ooh, good idea. While Miranda wrote, good timer sticks version. It's just the entire same timer and just me doing the ping pong in the end. Now I'm just wondering how long it's going to be till the next sprint. It is going to be exactly, let's see, 6 minutes.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm muted because the timer had sound and I didn't realize the timer ended. Sorry, babes. My meeting starts in 5 minutes. I'm very excited for an update today. Do you guys think it will stream in an hour? Sometimes the meetings last that long. At 05:26 p.m., so that will be 06. Yeah, I'd say yes. That's a good, if not impossible, chance. Now that's what I call a firm handshake. If not, thanks for the stream today, babes. Love you all. I'm hearing myself echoing.
oh fuck yeah.
Bye, Lexi. Bye, Lexi. Bye, Lexi. I think we'll probably still be here, Lexi. I hope you make it back and have a good meeting. Bye, Lexi. So eagerly. Yes, what Miranda said. Don't get me started on California missions, guys.
I want to get you started.
Oh, like missionaries?
I assume so.
No, she's talking about the architecture. California missions, they're a kind of church. And they're a very, very distinct style.
Okay. A good style or like an unpleasing style?
I think it depends on who you ask.
Mm.
I'm asking Miranda, I think. America's churches don't have thousands of years of history. Does European churches have thousands of years of history?
Yes.
I don't know. All our churches were wood, so they did not last for 1,000 years. There you go, Stig. Now you're saying art history like a real American.
Yeah.
Parrot expert. Wallace ain't wrong. All the poor new adults who are misled about sleeping schedules. At what point do you start drop kicking though, Wallace?
I have said this since the very beginning. I love and adore children, but if one was coming at me with a knife, I would not be opposed to drop kicking. And that is
This is Sparta!
that is the clip. You guys all started to go off with this idea that I hate children, which I don't. I love children, but I will defend myself if it's necessary.
New parents, not new adults. I'm still waking up. Stig is cinnamon roll. No. I had one of those plastic babies you had to take home during junior high that actually cried, and you had to use a key to turn off the crying after you took care of its needs. On Sunday night, it would not stop crying, and I couldn't figure out why, and I ended up kicking out the screams from my windows and throwing it out the window and leaving it in front of the yard all night. And when I turned it in, they were like, "Oh, this one was broken? Did it just cry all weekend? How did you deal with it?" And they gave me an A even though my baby was electronically dead. And that's how I met your mother.
Oh my
Steve,
God.
enjoy your fried dumplings, Jessica. Jessica, that was yesterday's lunch. I don't know. Echo. Don't get me started on the missions until Lexi is back. Okay. Besties, I have to leave. Thanks for the sprints chat. See y'all soon. Toodles.
Bye, Anne.
More on the problematic parts, not necessarily the architectures. I do not know anything about these famous churches.
Are they the
Yeah,
Mormon
for sure.
churches? Are they Mormon?
No, missions are from the Spanish days of California. Mormon churches are called temples.
Okay. Because I've seen the Mormon temples. So, but I do not know these missions.
So, I guess that's it. We're
That's
on the
all.
comments.
Can you imagine? We actually made it to the end of the comments.
I worked very hard for this. Skipped a lot of comments.
No, it's because I was muted half the time, and so I shut the fuck up, and that's why you were able to get through it.
What is a dropkick anyway?
Did you not just watch the video?
Is that a dropkick? I suppose it is.
I imagine.
No, you have to fall while you're drop kicking someone.
Like you personally, the kicker has to fall, or the kicky.
The kicker, but it's like a choreographed fall.
Like a punt?
Like
It's where you drop something, and while it's falling, you kick it. By the way, you can't be a Harry Styles stan and not be a cinnamon roll. Are you a cinnamon roll, Miranda?
Miranda's a cinnamon roll.
I think she's looks like a cinnamon roll, but would actually kill you.
I disagree.
I agree with Stieg.
And you know, if me and Wallace agrees on something, the stars do align, and it is factual.
I just don't think you guys know Miranda that well then.
I think Miranda's a cinnamon pretzel.
I can get down with that.
Just baked and flaky.
Salty.
Miranda, I'm saying you have grape fry energy. Is that a bad thing? No, good. Thank you so much. Okay, good. I don't want you to think that we think you secretly capable of killing people. It's don't take that as an insult. It is very much a compliment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You are the grape of the Trouble Troop.
I mean, grape is the grape.
Grape is the grape.
But of the Trouble Troop. Like, not the Troublemakers, but the Trouble Troop.
Right, yeah. Our distinction.
Yes. I actually forgot. Who did she get on the quiz? Does anyone retain that information?
Ooh,
Best
I
guess
could go
is Katie, because everyone got Katie.
True.
Let's see if I
Material
can.
girl.
If she put her true name into the quiz.
Or can you check who answered what? Or who got what?
Yeah.
I put so many joke names into that quiz.
I know. All right, let's look. 70 people took the quiz. 70
That's a
people.
Good sample.
To view their answers, let's see.
Very exciting.
Riveting content. Okay, so there's several it could be. She did not put her true name in there. But she did put an M, which could be Miranda.
Marlon.
Could be any of those.
Any of the
Nora?
size queens.
Any of the
The
size.
other size queens, really.
However, the final result is not Wallace. It's not Katie. It's not Grape. It is Stieg. If she is M. Which there is no.
Miranda is saying link it again. Yeah,
Okay.
everybody retake the quiz. and
Let's see how your character development has been across the last couple of months.
Yeah, there have been a lot of world events, and let's see if anybody's had some major significant shifts in their
So
personality.
does that mean that your first result is your sun, and then this would be your moon? And then
so.
3 months
Maybe
down the
this is-
line, we'll do another one, and that's your rising?
I almost linked my Civic Cordal results.
Kid's
but
like, look at me.
look at me. You know, there's the quiz.
The quiz is cool. You can all take it while we go into a new sprint. Just
And
need to
this
pull up the
time,
timer.
actually maybe put your actual name so we can tell who you are. Just kidding.
I
You don't have
don't
to.
if you don't want to.
I don't care.
Let's do. Oh yeah, this is old.
But 23 people got me. So some
out of
reason
70,
overwhelming. Yeah.
it's pretty decent.
17 got
demographic.
Devesha, 16 got Stieg, and 14 got Wallace.
I'm always dead last. I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna also take this quiz again because I can't remember what our questions were.
Oh, I can. It's so easy.
I can remember the last one.
Yeah, that's true. And well, yeah, and everybody knows now the answer to the last one for me. So that might change the results. I don't know. That's interesting.
Will it though? I don't think it will. Yes, the
I
Jod
guess.
was self-explanatory. Should I
And I
also?
guess you have 25 minutes to take it.
There you go.
believe the sprint is over.
It sure is. It sure is. How did y'all do?
I ordered some food and I pet bear and did nothing else productive.
I made some more coffee. I watched the rest of Katie's video. Had a piece of toast.
I read.
Sorry.
I blew. Your mom.
Hi.
Sorry.
You alright? Okay. Let's see. I chatted. And let's see.
How'd you do?
Oh, I wrote for 20 minutes, which was 433 words.
Very nice.
Woo!
Woo, woo, woo. Let's see what the quiz. It was provided in the chat, and let's go through and just see how people have grown over the last few months. I'm interested. Let's dig into it.
Let's see.
Analyze.
Let's unpack this.
Let's unpack this.
We do have time to unpack all of this.
We do have 20 minutes to unpack all of this. Miranda has been quizzed. She got Wallace. I feel like that tracks.
I feel like it does.
All right then.
Do you remember what you used to be?
I think that's the problem. She can't remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, well, I'm gonna mark this as a win. Crystal got Devasia, which was what she got last time, so no character growth, or
It tracks, bestie.
no,
No
it's
character
not
growth
no
for me
character
either.
growth. It is static character growth, like
It's
James
negative
Bond.
character
Or
growth. I think I'm worse.
if something is good, why change it? Is what I'm saying.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yep.
We've been got. We've been had. We've been plucked.
Yes, we did, Caitlin.
Casey got Katie. Don't remember what she got last time, but if you remember, Casey, then feel free to share with the class. Sam got Steak, which I feel like tracks. And I got Wallace. So there you go.
There you go.
That is
I
interesting.
genuinely forgot what I answered on some of the questions, so this is a genuine quiz.
I feel like I could remember every single answer that's on that quiz and who it applies to, except maybe the candle one.
Yeah, the candle one, and also the library song. I was like, what did I answer for this one?
Oh, interesting. I feel like I knew those ones. Because I know which one's mine. And then I just infer. And of course, I knew for the library Taylor Swift song, I know which one's Wallace.
Well, now I gotta look at this quiz.
Well, I know which one's mine.
Yeah.
I have no idea which one is mine. I like all of these songs. So I was like, which one did I answer? Also, Caitlin got Katie first, and then and then me now. That's like a negative character arc. This is the villain origin story.
Villain origin.
You cannot convince me otherwise. First time around, Flora and LaFon got Devasia. This time they got Wallace. So again, just
You growing as a person. We love to see it.
overcoming obstacles. Casey said, but what if I want to save my family and not give a fuck about Salt Lake City? Definitely wouldn't unalive myself for not saving them. Jess, first time she got Wallace, and this time she got Stieg. Also feel like I'm a perfect mix of Stieg and Wallace, so it tracks. Now, are you the Hannah Montana of Stieg and Wallace, which is the best of both worlds? Or are you the cryptid version of Hannah Montana, which is the worst of both worlds? I think that's a very important distinction to make. Also, what would the cryptid version of Hannah Montana be?
Oops, my bad.
Let that just sit and fester. Michael, I know I've grown a lot since the last time, but having said that, I've gotten Miguel again. I don't understand.
I think you've taken the wrong quiz, babe.
Yeah.
Wrong quiz.
I love thinking outside the box, but this is another classroom. I'm sorry.
You're in a different casket.
Yeah, you're in a different school. I think we're good to go for real estate now, folks. Hey. Are any of you attending?
I'm not on screen personally, but I'll hopefully be attending.
I meant as a guest, co-host.
I'm a co-host.
A Quizzical. I've never seen an Nora Roberts movie. How do I answer that? Damn it! I've never seen one, and I'm gonna pick it random. Yeah, just pick up the vibes. That's the true intention of that quiz.
Yeah. On vibes alone.
Molly got Katie and Whites, and I feel like that tracks.
We really are the same person.
Marlon had a client call and did nothing else, but now done with work. Crystal finished eating and watched Danny's new video. Ooh. I have not marked that yet. I shall put it on the watch list. I decided to sit on the couch and read day. Which book should I focus on? House of Leaves or Darker Shade of Magic? I want to read Darker Shade of Magic myself, so.
Darker Shade of Magic.
Yep.
I'm biased.
I'm in the middle of a fascinating video on the history of spirit. I'm using photography.
Cool.
Michael got Devasia. Miranda definitely didn't pick the Wallace Taylor Swift song because she picked Ivy. Same Casey. I will be on today.
Oh.
Wait, Katie, can you see people's answers or just their end result?
I can see the answers, yes.
Ooh.
I don't usually look though, because I don't know. If you want me to. Do you want me to put you on blast? Got your Spotify up here. Take it back.
Those questions, I didn't know what to put because it wasn't relevant pop culture to me. That is fair. No, don't listen to them. House of Leaves, all the way. Is it good? House of Leaves? I take it. Anyone read it? No?
I was going to read it, but then it's a little bit much. Molly, what the fuck?
Just put you on blast. Yeah, this is actually a you know how those companies will buy information about you?
Mm-hmm.
So this is us gathering information about our viewers to sell it to
sell their data.
Yeah, to sell their data.
I do have to say I'm curious because the first time we dropped this quiz, everybody put their guesses in the chat for what they thought each of our secrets were. And a lot of people said I was the person with the who had an affair with a married man. But now that everybody knows that my secret at the time of this quiz was the literary agent, I want to know what people's revised guesses are for all of the secrets. And remember, one of the 5 secrets is not true.
I just took the quiz again. I'm sorry. And the first time I got Katie, and now I got myself, which is such a downgrade.
No,
That's not true.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
I don't remember what I got first time. Probably myself.
Let's look. Let's take a look.
I have done so many times that quiz. Sometimes I just do it for lols.
Just for the lols.
Just for the lols.
Just for the lols. No.
But yeah, do you have any parting words? We're getting up on the 3-hour mark, so I was going to call it quits and go have a poop.
Shit, girl. I would just like to say that Steek has jumped up to the second most used or gotten answer. I'm still number 1. And then Devasia's in 3rd, and Wallace is still tragically in last.
Is it tragic, or am I just a rare Pokemon?
True.
You are the
A rare
Mewtwo
breed.
to our Squirtles.
Not Squirtle.
Isn't he like the most frequent, or is it Bulbasaur? I forget. The most frequent starting Pokemon?
I have no idea.
I was never into Pokemon.
I never played Pokemon.
Ah, you bunch of nerds. Well,
We're nerds for not playing Pokemon.
Yeah. That would have
I said what I said. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, any parting words? No.
See y'all next week.
See y'all next week for the Rideathon, which we will be part of,
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
and which
We're gonna
we
be
also
streaming.
will
We're
be
moving up
talking
in the
about
world.
next Friday, I suppose. Next Friday will be Katie's week, so look out for a new Trouble stream that Friday.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, Katie will also be hosting a write-a-thon stream, and it's gonna be the four of us plus Kay Kavanaugh. So it's gonna be a good time, or it's gonna be, you know, just like a normal time. But it's a chatty stream. So
Oh,
you know,
Jessica has a live tonight too.
Yes. Go hang out with Jod.
I also have a stream on Saturday with Marlon and Anna and Hudson.
Ooh,
So,
fun.
It's a productive
Productivity. What time is your
I think it's 4 p.m. EST.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that though.
And I'll be streaming on Sunday morning sim stream. Goop
I
Trade.
thought
Oh,
you
did
weren't.
you work
What
with?
fun.
This
Oh,
Sunday.
Yep. Sorry, the invasion. I have the
You were
same brain.
freaking out for a
Same
second. I was
brain.
like, wait, is the right tomorrow? Like I was
Okay, bye.
Just did a bad thing.